This month, state lawmakers on both sides launched an interim study looking at the potential impact of artificial intelligence and evaluating the ethical, legal, and societal implications of AI implementation. So in studio this morning, we have State Rep Daniel Paye, who is leading the charge on this. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Colin. Good to be here.
All right, let's start with the first question. So looking at this study that you all did earlier this month, you all were discussing different ways how AI impacts us here in the state. When you look at the laws right now, what's missing?
Well, we had a fantastic bipartisan interim study on AI. We heard from several brilliant leaders from the public and private sectors. And I was really excited to hear from a state representative from Pennsylvania because this is a conversation that's going on across the country. And right now, it's a relatively new topic when it comes to public policy and what we do moving forward. I'm excited that the governor has also issued an executive order to create a task force on AI. So really the purpose of this interim study was to begin the conversation here in Oklahoma and figure out what is AI, educate our colleagues on the technology, and from there we can have further discussions on what types of legislation we want to introduce in the next session.
So going into that interim study earlier this month and just even sitting with me now, what are your concerns about AI? And while you were in that interim study, did some of your concerns get alleviated?
Yeah, and so AI is simulation of human thought processes using machine learning. It's much like the internet when that first came around. There are a lot of cool aspects of AI, but there are also some concerns, mainly related to privacy as well as accountability. We truly believe there should be some human oversight when it comes to this technology, and that point was emphasized thoroughly in our study. And we've had legislation before on data privacy. I hope those efforts continue on next year because that's a really important topic here in the 21st century. As we have this technology that's advancing so quickly, we have to make sure our privacy is protected.
And I like how you mentioned privacy there, but this also has an impact on business, the economy, on society, on how we live and work every day. Can you talk about just the discussions that you all had around those impacts, especially the economy here?
Absolutely. AI is going to be a game changer for the economy and for the workforce. In terms of government, I think there will be opportunities to have better constituent services for the people we represent. We also had an interesting conversation on mental health and how AI can be used to have quicker therapy appointments, for example. So whether it's mental health, government, education, you name it, it's going to have a profound impact on our society. And I'm really hopeful that we can be proactive on this issue, both at the state level and the federal level. We have to work hand in hand with leaders from the public and private sectors moving forward.
And it's so interesting to hear you talk about the takeaways that you all left with after this interim study, because you never think, just using AI for mental health. Did that surprise you as you were in these conversations and learning more and more about what you can use AI for?
Absolutely, and I think most people know about ChatGPT, and there are a lot of other applications when it comes to AI. And so I'm really grateful for my friend, Representative Arturo Alonso Sandoval, for us taking the lead on this. And then yesterday we had a great second interim study with Senator Dave Rader and Representative Jeff Boatman. So this is a bipartisan issue. AI doesn't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. It's going to affect all of us. So we have to make sure we're getting all the information we need to make the best informed decisions on this issue.
And so we are learning more and more about AI as the days go on. What would you tell Oklahomans who are exploring this new tool right now, as you all are doing right now at the state capitol?
I think there's a fine balance when it comes to encouraging innovation in this field. We want to give the private sector opportunity to do that. At the same time, as policymakers, we have a role to play when it comes to putting responsible guardrails and legal parameters on AI. And I look forward to seeing where the conversation goes, and hopefully we can have some tangible ideas for putting some parameters and regulations on this industry.
Because like you said earlier, the governor, he was able to put together a task force on AI. Where do you think in a timeline that we'll start to see laws being put in place?
I hope for next session we can introduce some ideas. One in particular that I'm personally interested in, we're heading into election year, and we've seen AI-generated videos, mainly using deepfake technology. So perhaps adding a disclaimer. If you're going to have AI-generated videos, have a disclaimer at the bottom saying this was using AI software. That way people know for sure if it was AI technology or not. As those types of common sense ideas, I'm hopeful we can explore. I know at the federal level they're looking at intellectual property, whether or not to create a new federal agency. And so I know they're going to have a speaker election later today, so hopefully they get that straightened away, and then they can get back on tackling important issues like AI.
And Representative Page, just this last question here, how critical would you say the work is that you all did with this interim study and then also continue to do with the task force that's now being in place?
Yeah, well, this year is the really first time in Oklahoma we're addressing AI directly. So I think it was absolutely important that we had this conversation begin. And this is not the end of the conversation. We still have more work to do. And the connections that were cultivated with the interim study, both last week and then yesterday, I'm hopeful that we can build upon those foundations and then work together to try to find common sense, sensible solutions on this issue.
All right, well, keep us updated.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming
Kylie.
on and
My pleasure.
talking about this really important issue here.
Absolutely.
All right.